Okay, guys, you're going to need about 3.5 cups of all-purpose flour, 3 tablespoons of sugar, 2 1/4 teaspoon of instant yeast, 1.5 teaspoons of salt, a cup of warm water, a large egg at room temperature, 3 tablespoons of unsalted butter, and for the topping, 1 large egg mixed with 1 tablespoon of water. Whisk together 3 cups of the flour and your salt. And then you're going to proof your yeast. You're going to put in your room temperature butter and your 1 large egg lightly beaten. You're going to then whisk that together. The proofing is your yeast, sugar, and water. Let it sit for 5 minutes. Then you're going to add your dry ingredients. Make sure you get all of it in there. Don't worry about that butter not being fully melted. You're good. But then you're going to take your rubber spatula and mix that all together. It's going to form a dough. You want to make sure you get all that incorporated, because now you're going to put that on your stand mixer. You're going to use your hook attachment. Go ahead and lock that in so your mixer doesn't move around. And you are going to set that to either setting 1 or setting 2, just so that it's pretty steady, mixing that together. That's going to knead your dough for you. It will save your hands and a lot of time for you. If you see it sticking, you're going to add a little bit of flour to it. That's where that extra flour comes in. Probably about 1 or 2 tablespoons. But then you're going to flour your hands and get that dough off the hook. Takes a little bit of maneuvering, but you're going to be able to get it right off of there for you. That dough is going to be just a little bit sticky, but it should not be overly wet. That's another reason why you would want to add that little bit of flour. Pour a little bit of melted butter into your bowl. You can also use olive oil or, cooking oil, but I prefer using just about 1.5 tablespoons of butter. Use your brush, get that all the way around. This is so the dough doesn't stick to the bowl while it is rising. You're going to set that dough to rise. It's going to be about 1.5 hours. Mine took, because my kitchen was warm, it took about an hour. You want it to double in size, like double in volume for you. And then while that is finishing up, what you're going to do is you're going to take a little bit of olive oil. I use EVOO because I like the taste of it. And put it in your bread pan. Make sure that is really good and coated. You're going to use that brush, get it all up the sides. This is so nothing sticks when you want to get that bread out, and it's going to come out nice and clean for you. There you go. And then once your bread is doubled in size, I'm going to show you kind of a cool little thing. So the bread doubles in size, but it also creates a lot of air inside. That's that yeast doing its job. It's going to make it nice and fluffy. So what I want to show here is, see the little spot on the top of the bread, on the top of the dough? That's an air pocket. That is a giant air pocket. Usually I leave those, but I kind of wanted to show you guys. It will keep like big old holes in it. You're going to get a little bit of flour. You're going to put that on. There you go. Put it on the counter. I call that bench flour. And as you can see, like all the extra flour that I had set aside, I went ahead and put into a little container. Then you're going to punch down the dough. This is the fun part, but you don't want to get all the air out, but you want to get a good portion of it out because it's going to rise a second time. And then I flip it over and then I roll it into thirds and pat it down. This kind of adds a little bit more density to it. It just bakes up nice and fluffy for you. You don't have to do this. You can just shape the dough and put it in the pan, but I like to roll it. You are then going to put everything into the bread pan, and you are going to cover it again with that same flour because that flour already has a little bit of nonstick to it. Cover it with the egg wash and bake at 375 for 16 to 18 minutes. You should be able to tap it and you'll be able to hear how hollow it is. And then there you go. Your bread is all set and ready to be made into garlic toast. Thank you for watching.